Take a big inhale, fill all the way up, and then exhale all the way out. And do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Good. And then exhale all the way out. And one more, kind of exaggerated on the inhale. Big, full, as much as you can. Lungs expand. Exhale right out. Good job. And that will have given you a little more elasticity in the lungs, so maybe your breath in its natural cadence can come to a nice, deep, full inhale and exhale. The more we can take in on an inhale, the more prana we take in then. And that's life force energy. It renews us, invigorates our internal fire. And then, of course, the more you inhale, the idea is that you try to exhale just as much, in fact, a little bit more than what you took in. And when we take a longer exhale than an inhale, it activates the vagus nerve, which is the governor for your rest and digest nervous system, or the parasympathetic. And then once that you feel like maybe the floaty mind stuff has come more inward and you're watching your breath, you're feeling what it's like inside yourself, tune into the heart place, if you would. And that's, of course, the physical heart, but really what we're talking about is the spiritual heart. And it's in about the same place. It's different from your emotional heart, so don't get that confused with whatever your feelings are right now, whether they're enjoyable and high vibration or if they're a little bit challenging. Move past those, third heart, spiritual heart. And this is pure goodness, pure love, pure gratitude, pure truth, pure consciousness. This morning in my meditation, I was moved to tears because I had this moment in it where I allowed myself to completely merge into what I felt like is source. And that doesn't always happen in my meditations. I always effort to do that, but I'm often distracted and I can feel like I'm almost there, where I'm not here, I'm there. And today I had one of those moments where you just feel yourself going into that space. And I was like, oh, this space is love. What you're falling into is this most beautiful divine love, the greatest love of all. And it moved me to tears. It felt so wonderful to surrender to that powerful force that's inside of all of us. Every day we should fall in love, literally. And there's this great piece or philosophy, and I don't even know really its origins. I was reading about it. It said there's this concept called follow the beauty way. And not beautiful as in, the way we have it defined, glamour on the magazines and such. But beauty is the natural flow of the universe. And so when we just allow ourselves to follow beauty, we are in a sense following the ritam, or the cosmic flow, or the natural rhythm of things. Surrounding yourself with beautiful energy, beautiful people, beautiful sounds, beautiful food. So often it's done in a materialistic way, like we get a cute outfit or cute car, cute house. But really the most beautiful things are simple and natural. Following the sunset, going out of your way to, Maybe park the car when you see that beautiful moment and just take it in. Or following the chirping bird in a tree and see if you can find it and just listen to its little song. Or peeking into the neighbor's garden and looking at their beautiful flowers. Whatever it is, just allow yourself to absorb it and appreciate it and be grateful for it. And that will take you to this place of love every day. And if we can remind ourselves of what love is every day, it renews our spirit and fills us up. And then we remember how powerful, creative, divine we really are. I'll invite you now to set your intention, bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra, what we might know as prayer hands. And this brings everything to that center again so that your focus is here at the deepest heart. And intention in Sanskrit is sankalpa. It means a vow of the heart. So this is not your little self, not the little talking voice in your head creating what the mantra is. It can help wordsmith it, but it's really an offering from your deepest heart, from this spiritual heart. What is it that your great spirit would like you to focus on today? And then your little self can capture that message and turn it into a sentence that you can run in your hamster wheel over and over and over. Take a moment to set that intention, and then when you're ready, if you feel like you've said it, and it might not come right away, it might come midway through class, or not even at all during class. You just invite it. And then when you're ready, stretch the arms overhead, bring the feet together, zip up the inner thighs, point and flex the toes a couple of times. Let your body get as long as it can, stretch it all the way out. I recently went to my doctor just for a checkup, and I lost a half an inch. And I'm so bummed about that. To me, that's such a sign of age.
I'm laughing with you.
Okay.
Me too.
So I'm working on getting longer, stretching myself even more than I already do. Now go the opposite. Hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Curl in. I used to have hanging boots when I was younger, and I'd hang upside down, those gravity boots. Oh, that felt so good. I need to do it again. And then maybe even round your forehead to your knees to get that upper back a little bit. And then take a couple rolls on the spine to massage it. 2 or 3 good ones, and then a good one right up and seated. And then once you're up, you bring your hands back to prayer. If you would just take a moment to introduce yourself to your neighbor. I'm Katrina. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Okay. Heather, Katrina, hi Jenny, hi Esther, hi Vicky, Katrina. Okay. Thanks for that. It just kind of softens everything a little bit. And you can see that your neighbor's a really smiley person and doesn't bite, then maybe you'll be a little more relaxed. Then we'll come into our heart center again, that deepest heart. Again, hands folded at prayer position. We'll offer some song. To me, that's such a another beautiful way to honor the divine, great spirit, source, God, however you want to term it. And it makes a connection. It's a little offering. I offer my song to you, and it's a way to plug into the universe. And today we'll sing about the jewel that lives in our heart. It's the most precious jewel. And it's a Tibetan Buddhist chant. It's the Dalai Lama's favorite chant. And it's what's written most often on prayer flags. Not always, but most of them. And so this is a blessing that is waving out into the wind. And it just simply means the jewel of the lotus is in the heart. Om Mani Padme Hum. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Inhale to sing. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And an Om all together to open the practice. Another breath in. And bow your head towards your heart and remind yourself of your intention. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It helps to cut a new groove in your brain, one that's healthy and serving. And then we'll slowly open our eyes. Take your hands to the tops of your knees and you're going to circle around. Big, wide circles, going as far back as you can, out to the sides, forward, letting everything unwind. We're at the midweek point. Sometimes it feels like you've had a whole week by Wednesday. And then come into neutral. We'll switch it, go the other direction, about the same amount of laps as you did already on the other side. Circling around, noticing if there's any parts that don't want to circle, it wants to square or something like that. Try to go a little slower through that area and let it work itself out. And then we'll come into neutral. Now seated cat-cow. So dropping back, tucking the chin. Then inhale as you pull yourself through, chin to the sky, heart presses forward. Then round again, tuck. Then inhale, pull through. And last time, all the way through. And then we'll come into neutral position. Rolling on over your knees into tabletop, or you can swing your legs around to the side and then stack it. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. On an inhale, you'll look up to the sky, same move, but now you're on all fours. The exhale tucks and curls in. Make sure your breath wave is in alignment with the movement. So stretching your inhaling, opening up, and then contracting your tucking and exhaling, curling in. And it feels really good, in my opinion, to get into this pose. I just love it. Mostly because we don't always take time to loosen our spine up. And then come into neutral, and like you did seated, you're going to swing your hips around in big circles, but now you have way more range of motion, so take advantage. You go back over the heels, clear out to the side. Your shoulders will go over your fingertips and out the other side. Like you're tracing, I always say, inside of a hula hoop. It kind of gives me a visual. And then after you've had about, 8 or so laps, pause and go the other way. And make sure you articulate that full circle, cutting off the top or the bottom, sides. And then we'll come into neutral position. Stacking again, all fours. And then right hand's going to go to the sky and rotate the wrist a couple of times each way. Take a breath in, and then on your exhale, thread the needle. Right ear, right shoulder to the mat. Left hand to the sky, rotate that wrist. And then hook it around to low back, maybe a cleared crossover to that right hip crease. And then really mindfully pulling the left shoulder head a little more onto the back body. Breath in and breath out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Then you'll release the hand back to the sky and now forward in front of you onto the floor, palms down. Left hand crawl out as far as you can crawl, and then the left hip shoots back so you feel a little traction or stretch, the armpit all the way down to the waistline. Breathe in, breathe out. And sliding that left hand back under the shoulder press, peel the right hand up to the sky, all the way back up, then exhale down. Cat cow, one round, inhale looks up, exhale tucks and curls, then we come back to neutral. Now left hand goes to the sky, we rotate the wrist a couple of times each way, and then thread your needle on this side, left ear, left shoulder to the earth, right hand to the sky, a little rotation of the wrist, and then you hook it around to low back, reaching as far across the low back as you can, pulling that right shoulder head onto the back. Really trying to pull it so that the top of the shoulder, I guess more the side of the shoulder, the deltoid, is pointing to the ceiling, facing upward. One more breath in and breath out. Then you pick up the left hand and pull it forward out in front of you onto the ground. Really crawl out and then shoot your right bum straight back. Feel that nice opening all the way down, right side body. Breathe in again. Exhale that one out. Slide right hand on the shoulder, press, peel left hand all the way up to the sky, and then exhale, bring it down. Curling the toes under, bum to the sky, down dog. Maybe first down dog of the day, so playing around in it a little longer. Plus, it's good to get the inversions to hold a little longer at the beginning of practice. This is an inversion. Shake out the head, do some yeses and nos, some lefts and rights, circle around so that you're letting go of the stress in your neck zone. Pedaling the feet to open up the calves a little bit more, getting deeper into your hamstrings. Maybe even bounce up and down on the balls of your feet, tiptoeing up and down. Work it all out. Nice, deep, upside down V shape, best you can. Try to stretch the heels to the floor and open up the back of the knees. Breathe in and breathe out. Then we walk forward to the top of the mat. Still in our inversion, forward fold, heads below the heart. Getting all that fresh blood to the brain. You can imagine that you're letting go of some old thinking, maybe some thoughts that aren't following the beauty way. Enhancing our life force energy by following what's beautiful. And that's not to say you turn a cheek to the ugliness in society. We have to help where we can. But for your own self, follow the beauty way. And then let's hook to the elbows. Create a little more pull. That's going to lengthen through your back ribs there, pulling on the thoracic spine. And then gentle sway, side to side. Maybe a little bend in your knees. We're still warming up. And then holding on to the elbows, you're going to come up the right side like you're following the sun. It's called sunflower. All the way up and then all the way down the left side. And then you continue that circle. You kind of twist on the up so that your face can go to the sky, and then you twist on that down. Just a little bit of a twist. And then the next time that you're in the down position, hang out, release the arms. If you can remember, do the opposite elbow hold. And then now you're going to go up left side and circle down the right. Take 2 or 3 more of those. Sunflower. And this time when you come up to the top, next time you're there, come to mountain pose in Tadasana. Your arms are down by the side. You turn the palms out. Close the eyes. Be like a mountain, really rooted. Take a moment to connect your roots to the earth. If you've been prepping your gardens, not planting yet, but prepping your gardens, you dig in, and the roots like to wrap around the crystals and the rocks. Just imagine that the roots coming out of your feet, trundling down through the soil. You find their favorite crystals and they wrap around and you're tethered and you belong here. And then once you're rooted, then you can stand a little taller and roll the shoulders back and let the heart come forward. A little gaze like you're letting your face get a little sun-kissed. Turning the palms away to open the heart more. Let yourself fall into that sensation of love. It's not always romantic love. In fact, most often, the lion's share of love is just the beauty that's around you. Fall in love with that. Fall in love with your life. Take a breath in again. Soften shoulders, exhale. Then a wide sweep to the sky, all the way up. Right hand's going to grab left wrist and pull to the right side. Really root that left foot down to anchor you. You have those roots growing in. And let it peel up and then really get that stretch. And then pull back up to neutral. We'll switch out hands. Pull over to your left side. Root down through the right side. Breath in and breath out. And come back up to neutral. You're going to take your feet a little bit wider than hip width, more like mat width, maybe not that wide, but pretty wide. A little bit in the knees. This is a simple little move. You're going to come up to your right side or left side, doesn't matter which way you start, and then you're going to swing down and go up the other way. Arms come down, they come up, and they can do a little flat, and it doesn't have to be in rhythm with your neighbor. Just let you know that you actually made it to the top. If hands are connecting, there's a little bit of coordination that takes. And this is warming up our heart, getting our heart rate going. This is a Qigong move. It helps to activate, get the blood flowing, clears the lungs a little bit. Your arms hold the heart line meridian, an energy line. So this activity through arms makes your heart happy, and then you have like direct access to that love. A little bit more, just a little bit of bigger, hang in there. And then you can rest your arms down. Now you're going to rattle your bones, just shake everything out. Blah. Make some noise too. Shake it all out. Blah. Last 10 seconds. And back to your mountain. Turn the palms out, heart pulls through, tether yourself. Feel how vivacious you are. Electric, beautiful. That's beauty. This is a beauty moment. This is a beauty way. Then let yourself feel that love that's in there. You just kind of poked it around. Let it come to the surface. Sometimes we're scared of love. Sometimes we're scared of it. Don't be scared of it. Let it flow through you. It's going to guide you. And wide sweep up. If you need to, bring your feet back to hip width wide, top of the mat. And trace the midline, dive through center. And then take a half lift, flatten the back. Then fold back in. Plant your hands. Right foot takes a giant step back into a lunge. Hands can be on blocks if you need them. Pulse in and out, straighten, bend that left leg. Warm up the hip flexor and the hamstrings. Good work. And then we'll pull the left leg a little straighter, square off your hips. The left hip draws back, right hip pulls forward. Head hangs towards our shin. Take a full breath in and a big breath out. Then come back into the lunge. Walk your hands out in front of you a little bit so that your shoulders are over your wrists, and then take the right foot up behind you, maybe your blocks. It's kind of a half standing splits. We don't have to go all the way up. Take a breath in. Breath out. Maybe try taking the leg a little higher. See what you got. One more breath in. Then you're going to step it all the way back and turn it for a warrior 2 foot or a 90-degree angle. Big step back. Left forearm to left thigh. Right hand to right hip. So it's modified side angle. Pull the right side body back. So the shoulder and the hip pull back more than you think. Right hand straight up to the sky, like you're high-fiving. Breathe in, and then lean back as much as you can from here. Good. Now turn the palm forward and go into full side angles. So you're reaching to where the wall and ceiling meet. You're pulling forward and pushing that right foot back at the same time. Deep stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then cartwheel all the way up to warrior two and straighten the left leg. Bring your hands to heart center. Go internal to the deepest heart. Find that wellspring of love. If you're a grumper right now and you're feeling frustrated or you're pissy or moany or whatever you got going on, other way, switch feet. You did just switch, jump in with us, go the other way, we'll get you, yeah. Then let your mind go into the deep heart and just like take a little sip. Just a little baby sip to ungrump a little bit, or unworry, or unfrustrate, or unmad. Good. Now, back out to warrior two. A breath in and soften the shoulders, breath out. Put the palm of the left hand reverse way to reach back. This is such a good stretch for the left side ribs, left armpit, and you can feel the quads starting to fire up. Now let the right hand go up to that left wrist and pull to the back wall. And as you pull, you begin to straighten out the left leg and really reach to the back. Breath in and breath out. Pull back up to neutral position. Keep that leg straight. Maybe your block handy for triangle. Reach forward and then take it down to that shin. You're still warming up, so it might not be your deepest triangle. Or maybe the block, maybe the ankle. High five in the sky again. Breath in and breath out. And then take that right arm forward, palm down so it's running parallel to the floor. Really stretch, breathe in, breathe out. Bend that left knee, pull back up to your warrior two. Look out to the left hand. Take a giant step up to standing, samasthiti. You go to your heart. You use your intention, repeating. You see how beautiful you are. One of the images that the yogis teach us to use is imagine that there's a fire in the heart, the hearth fire, heart fire. And it's strong. And if you can imagine seeing it, just let it get a little bit bigger, like you put a log on the fire, real strong in the heart. Breath in and release the hands and the breath out. Wide sweep to the sky all the way up. Trace the midline all the way through, forward fold. Half lift, flatten the back. And then you fold back in. Plant your hands now, left foot goes all the way back. And if you want to switch out for your part, on this part, go the other, and then you can join us in warrior two. And straighten and bend the right leg. Feels good to get the joints moving, ligaments and tendons that attach. Everybody gets happy. And then pull the right leg a little straighter. Pull right hip back, left hip forward, head hangs. Deep stretcher. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again, inhale. And exhale. Then you take that lunge, turn the back foot to a warrior two foot, right forearm to right thigh, and then pull that left side back. Did I miss something? Standing splits, come back down. Sorry, thank you. Thanks, Beth. And then float that left foot, head hangs. Breath in. Good job, everybody. Breath out. And we can have a little bend in that right knee, and we can take our left leg to about half if we want to at this point. And one more inhale. Maybe a little higher on the exhale. Then we step back and we turn it to warrior two. And then we come up for real this time. And switch sides and then make sure you go to your other side. And then you're back. Arm check. Dip in, sink in, breath in, and breath out. Forearm was on that thigh. Sorry, I'm off already. Left hand's to the sky. And before you go forward, the reason I'm kind of stacking it is I want you to pull back as best you can and then take the arm forward. And then you're in full side angle. Breathe in and breathe out. Then you cartwheel up. You find your way to warrior two. Then we straighten that front leg. No, we don't. We stay in. We flip the palm of the right hand and we go to reverse warrior. Breathe in and breathe out. Then the left hand goes to right wrist. And as you pull back, you begin to straighten the right leg and deepen this stretch. Full inhale, big exhale. Pull back up through neutral. Keep the leg straight. Reach out. Maybe your block. Take it to the shin, the block. If you're ready for the ankle, you could go there. Left hand to the sky to start. And again, this gets us to lean back in it a little bit more. Get that, and then take that left hand forward for the deeper stretch so that your arm is parallel to the floor. Beautiful. Breath in. Breath out. Bend the knee, cartwheel up, find your way to warrior two. Look out to the right hand, step up to standing. Samasthiti here. Then you go inside, you find that fire again, put another log on the fire. Maybe you can allow yourself to merge into the fire. That's eventually what it's all about, is that you don't see yourself separate from that divine spark. That you allow yourself to kind of walk into the fire and become the fire. You are the fire. And that fire, even though if we were to walk into a literal fire in our human form, it would burn us. The fire of your heart is that love. So you just kind of allow yourself to surrender to love, which is, again, so hard for us to do. We have a lot of mistrust around that vulnerable place. Breath in. Release the hands. Wide sweep all the way up. Dive through center all the way through. Forward fold. Half lift, flatten the back. Then fold back in. Good job. Plant your hands, both feet go back. You're going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Out the mouth, exhale. Ha. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. And your last one. Inhale. And exhale. Then lower yourself down. Knees, chest, chin. Stay through. Rise up. Shoulders back. Heart forward. 2 more. You rise up. Last one. Inhale. Curl your toes under. Push up and then back down dog. Press it out even more. It's starting to open up. Breath in and breath out. Now right leg goes up high to the sky. Reach it up. Rotate the ankle. Bend the knees. Circle around a couple of times. Other way too. Kick the foot straight up to the sky and then step it behind the left foot, pinky toe to pinky toe. And then lean your hips to the left and look up under that right armpit. Just as far over before you're going to drop. And then you're going to undo. Take that right foot up high to the sky and then step it all the way up to the top of the mat. Steady yourself low, strong rise, crescent lunge. Take your time. Balancing on the ball of that back foot. Reach up, square off, little smile. It's nice, part of the beauty way. Hands to heart center. Tall breath in. Twist on the exhale. Left elbow to the outside edge of right knee. Strong press through left heel, straight back. Wingspan wide if you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Slow and steady back around to the front. Reach up tall to the sky. Take your time. Cactus the arms out. T-shape, head drops back. Interlace the hands. Drop the wrist back, chin up. It's hard, you're balancing. Now bring the chin to neutral. Keep the hands in the bind. Weights in the right foot. See if you can float off to your warrior 3, floating the left foot behind you. Bound. And if not, let go of the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here. Inhale, step it all the way back. Let go of the hands. Turn it back out to your warrior 2. Good job. That's super hard. Just try your best. Not having to be perfect at it. Soften the shoulders. Sink into the lunge. Breath in. Breath out. Straighten right leg. Hands to heart center. Push back out. Warrior 2. Put the palms to the sky. Reach up and touch. Scissor cut all the way through. Back up top. And again. And again. And then come back to your warrior 2 and pause. Put the palm of the right hand on reverse warrior again. Breath in. Breath out. Pull back up. Warrior 2, right into side angle. Maybe a little deeper to the floor this time. Otherwise, forearm on the thigh. Breath in. Breath out. Pull back up. Warrior 2. Straighten out the right leg. Hands to heart center. Pause. Go internal. Feel how beautiful you are. Straight leg, hands to your heart. And then when you're ready, wings go out. You're going to take your next triangle. You reach out. Take it down, maybe a little deeper this time. Left hand to the sky. That's to help us pull back on that left shoulder and back on the left hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look down to the right foot. Put a bend in right knee and hop forward for half moon. Right hand under the shoulder or to the block under the shoulder, left foot floats. And then take the left hand to the sky for the same reason. We want to kind of lean back in this. Breath in. Breath out. If you want to go for the bind on this, you can reach down, bend that knee, grab the ankle, and then bow it back. Another breath in. Breath out. Release the bind if you took it. Step all the way back. Landing gear down for your warrior 2. Tick-tock in the right foot. Little rest at the side of the mat. Good job, yogis. You're doing great. Just follow the beauty way. Find your grace. That's another way to think of it. Find the flow of grace. Grace is the divine energy that moves through us. So we're at a wide straddle at the side of the mat. Hands to our heart center. Now hands to the hips. Make sure that front foot's turned in to the side. A little bit pigeon-toed actually. And then roll the shoulder heads back, elbows back, chin up. Breathe in. Round over the barrel a little more. Breath out. It's a heart opener, so pull the shoulders back to stretch the chest. Another inhale and exhale. Pull back up to a neutral position. A little bit in the knees. You're going to dive forward. Pasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Hands come down on your shoulders. Maybe heel toe a little wider. Head hangs. It could rest on a block. Hands could rest on blocks. Push your bum back towards your heels. Maybe grab onto ankles or calves. Legs are straightened out, not jammed straight, but straighter. Breath in and breath out. One more here. Inhale and exhale. Then we'll press up to a half lift. Walk around to the front of the mat so we're in that low lunge position. Step right foot back to meet left, high plank. Full inhale. Lower down slow, knees, chest, chin. Bring it up for one cobra. Rise up. Snake down. Curl the toes under. Push up and back. Down dog. Pedal out. Now left leg goes up high to the sky. Rotate the ankle. Both ways. Bend the knees. Circle around. Both ways. And kick straight behind you. And then set left pinky toe next to right pinky toe. And drop your hips to the right as you look up under that left ankle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then unravel. Take the left leg up high. Step all the way up to low lunge, big step. Steady low, strong rise to crescent. Take your time. Get steady. Sometimes widening your train tracks helps. Reach up tall, soften the shoulders, press through right heel. Hands to heart center. Twist right elbow, outside edge of left knee. Hands to center line best you can. Strong press through that right heel, kind of push back through it. Maybe wingspan wide, breathe in, breathe out. Back to the front. Slow and steady so you don't lose your balance. Reach up tall. Then you cactus the arms out. Then T-shape. Then interlace the hands behind, drop the wrist down, chin up. It's a heart opener again. Keep the bind if you can. Weights in the left foot. Launch and take off for your warrior three. Floating the right foot back behind you this time. You can kind of press through those finger locks to help. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Giant step back for warrior two. You let go of the hands, bring the arms out. Back foot's at a 90-degree angle. Wings are out from the heart. Full breath in. Sink in, breath out. And flip the palm of the left hand, reverse warrior, reach back. Nope. Come back up to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, reach up, touch. Take a scissor cut through. A few of them. Clearing the energy. And then we'll land it in warrior two. Now reverse, reach back, nice deep stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Pull back up, warrior two to side angle, maybe to the floor this time, or again, forearm on the thigh. Breath in, breath out. Pull back up, warrior two, straighten out that front leg, hands to heart center, connect in. Repeat your intention, add a log to the fire. See how beautiful you are. Legs stay straight, wings go out. Have a block if you need it for triangle. Reach out as far forward as you can. Tip it down, high five the sky. Adjust, pull that right shoulder, hip back, shoulder and hip back. Head drops back. Breath in, breath out. Then we look down to the left foot. We bend that left knee, you hop forward. Putting the left hand right under your shoulder or to a block. Right foot floats, the foot is flexed and toes draw towards your face. And then high five the sky again and try to lean back in this. Breath in, breath out. Maybe go for that bind on this side. Bend the knee, grab the ankle and go back. Full inhale. Big exhale, release it. Drop it back. Find your way to warrior two. Look out to the left hand. And then tick-tock in that left foot, hands to heart center. Go inside, tuning inward. You can feel the fire. You still feel the roots that you tethered to in the earth. You belong here. This is your planet, your home. You're no less than anybody else. Doesn't matter if they're rich and famous. We all have equal light. We all have equal light. Just different gifts. Now toes are out and heels are in. Then you drop your booty down. And then hold the reins of your tiger that you're riding. Just imagine the reins are down by your hips and your little fists hold the reins. Your tiger wants to ride wild. And you want to ride wild with your tiger. Don't ya? But maybe we'll just hold the reins a little bit. Especially if your tiger likes tequila. No riding crazy. And feel that burn in the inner thighs a little bit. Hang in there a little bit longer. Breath in and breath out. Now go star. You reach up. Spread the fingers. Straighten the legs. You go wide out. You're like a star. Big inhale. You're fueling up from the cosmos. You're getting the downloads. You're like in a giant antenna. Filling up all that you need for your fire so that you can ride the tiger. Go back down. Hold the reins, empower yourself, feel empowered. If you could do anything, what would it be right now? What's the thing that you'd love to do? Is it to travel? Is it to write? Is it to paint? Is it to sing, dance, to love, to build? Harness that energy and then go back to start. And you fill up again. Just be an antenna, a big sponge. Get the light, the download. Let it soak right into your heart place. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale, and then one more time. Ride the tiger. Drop back down. Hold the reins. Get in there. Feel your power. Tell yourself where you'd like to feel a little more powerful in your life. Maybe it's in your relationships, in your body, in your creativity. You know what you want the best. Take a breath in. Breath out. And then last time, star. Get a little more juice from that star. Just draw it in. I'm right here. Download it to the center. Good. And then warrior two, looking out to the top of the mat. You're going to take a giant step up to standing. Good job. And these are tigers and stars. Let yourself go into the heart place. Put another log on. Should be roaring about now, like your tiger. Wildfire. There's a saying from, I always mess up his name. I think it's Ferdinand something. Darn it. But he says there's nothing more attractive than a soul on fire. And the first time I read that, I was like, oh, heck yeah. And you know these people that are just like in love with life, they're not conceited and arrogant, but they're full of confidence and bright light, and they just have a zest for it. That's so hot. Way hotter than some of the other things that we're calling hot right now. Way. Take a breath in. Release the hands on the breath out. Wide sweep to the sky. Slide the hands to heart center and pause. Shift your weight into that left foot. Put a bend in the right knee and reach back with the right hand and grab onto the ankle. The left hand's going to shoot straight up to the sky. Stick the answer. And if you can, super glue your knees together. You don't want them to splay apart. And then you're going to kick the foot into the hand and bow the heart. And if you'd like, then tip forward. Just take it in steps. And if you need to walk, go to the wall. Kick that foot a little higher than you think you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then you come out the way you went in. This is, call it on your grace, divine flow. And then shake it all out. Just get it all out. You gotta be loose. You gotta be flowy for the structured balances. Need you to be relaxed. Down to that right foot. Bend the left knee, reach back and grab onto the foot. Super glue the knees together again, right hand to the sky. Stay here if you want, or kick the foot into the hand. And if you like, you go forward. Again, one spot to focus on. Track that left knee straight back, kick the foot a little higher. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. Come out the way you went into it. Shake that one off. Woo. Good job. Rattle your bones on the daily. Look for love in your heart. Put logs on the fire. All right. Back to Tadasana. Root down. Connect in. Especially important to do this if you're feeling lost and untethered. And the wind of late, it ruffles our feathers, especially vatas. It'll throw your already spinning mind into a bigger spin. So it's important that you take time to ground down in whatever ways work for you. Take a nice hot bath, put your feet on the earth, get cozy in your little nest at home, but feel connected. You belong here. This is your planet. This is your life. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Just your own spirit. It's the only boss. Breath in. Release the hands if they're not on the breath out. Wide sweep to the sky. Dive through center, forward fold.
Half lift, flatten the back, fold in. Plant your hands, right foot's going back and left foot's looking into pigeon. Option to lay on the back and figure four, that left ankle over right knee. Get in the saddle and then come down. And then rest the forehead to something. Whether it's a little pedestal you make with your hands or the block or all the way to the floor. And then soften out that left hip. I pretend I put a little valve in there and I open the valve and I just let all the shizzle flow out. Anything I'm hanging on to right now. I don't need to worry about anything. Even if there's troubles and things could go wrong. Like on a small scale level, my son's driving home from college from Montana and there's a snowstorm up there. Like, I could spend the whole day just fussing about that, wondering if he's safe, losing my life force energy, losing my time and energy. Or I can have faith and trust, and if anything were to go wrong, I deal with it in that moment, but don't create the scenario before it's here. So any of those things, just let it drain out. Anything you're holding on to that's guilt-laden, worry, frustration, shame, anger, bitterness, resentment, jealousy, suspicion. Ugh. I mean, all those words just even sound like vinegar. And I love myself some vinegar, but you know what I mean. Loosen the jaw too. Just take one more breath in. Big exhale out. Ooh. Slide your hands on your shoulders. Press up. Open the heart to the sky. And then take it all the way back to your down dog. Pedal out. That left leg. Good job. Just as it's important to seek the love that you're built with. You're made of love. That's so awesome. It's also important to empty ourselves of our toxins that keep us from that wellspring of love. Now, right leg goes up high. Reach it up and then you swoop it right on in. I like to sit upright first because that kind of drops you a little deeper into that saddle. Take that upright, plus I'm like, help me, guide me, show me a little prayer there. And then come on down. And same thing, stick that valve right on that right hip pocket, drain out the shizzle that might be on this side. Sides are different, you know that. Right side's the solar channel or the masculine or the yang. Left side is the lunar channel or the feminine or the yin. So complementary, but different. So we just kind of let each side have their release. Let them talk to you. You know, whatever you're letting go of is a message. If you're like pouring out the control issues on this side, that's a right side thing. Micromanaging everyone and everything. If you're releasing that, that's a message to the self. Like, okay, I got to work on my control issues, but keep letting it drain out. Empty yourself of it. Empowerment. Solar, anything with fire. Maybe we're hot-headed, quick to anger, quick to pull the sword in defense. We think everybody's challenging us, questioning us. Resting that head to something to take the tension out of the neck. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breath in. Breath out. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Good job. Press on up, open the heart to the sky, take that full breath in, and then have a sit on that right side hip so you can swing the left leg around to the front and extend both legs out. Pull a little bit of booty out from underneath. Feet are active. You're going to reach up tall to the sky. Take a big breath in as you lift, and then fold with all that length. Kind of
moving forward out of the low back when you fold. Head dangles between the arms. You look into your heart. See how bright you are. Recognizing that there's beauty everywhere around us and love's inside of us is not such an easy thing to do. You'd think it'd be real simple, but there's lots of beauty everywhere. Follow it. Breathe in again. See if there's a little more fold on the breath out. And last one here. Inhale and exhale. Nice job. Pull back up, reach up tall, get that length again. Hands come down by your sides. The counter pose is reverse plank, but you can also do reverse tabletop. You can bend the knees. Yogi's choice. The fingertips turn towards your toes, right under your shoulders. Then you point the toes if you're in plank. Lift the hips. You can bend the knees. Just make sure the ankles are right under the knees. Chin to the sky. Breath in. Breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Lift the hips. Exhale. Last one. All you got. Lift, lift, lift. Then bring the bum down. Nice job, yogis. Scooch you forward to the top of the mat. Bend knees. Hands come out to the side. Take a breath in and slowly lower yourself all the way back. And then once you come back, hug the knees into the chest. Big squeeze. And then take the feet to the sky, knees are bent, pull down on the feet. I hook peace fingers on big toes, but you can put the palms of the hands to the soles of the feet. And you're just pulling straight down. And sink in that femur bone into the socket. Try to press the low back down. Sacral joint towards the floor. Tuck your chin to get the neck to flatten. Imagine where your kidneys are right under your back ribs and press those down too for the lumbar curve. And then take the feet wide, and you might have to hold the sides of the knees to lengthen out to the sides, and then rock side to side, happy baby. Good job. Then feet together and knees together, and another squeeze in tight. Keep the right knee hugged in, put the left leg long to the ground. Extra good tug to that right side. Press so that you can feel the thigh up against that right side body. Kind of fleshing out our liver. Breath in and breath out. And shoot the hips to the right. Drop the knee over to the left for a supine twist. Cactus or T that right arm and look out to the right. Deep breathing here. Soften into the pose on your exhale. So you fill up, you feel a little buoyant. Then when you exhale, you just kind of drip to the floor. And one more time. Breath in and breath out. Slowly unravel, come out of the twist. Point the right leg up high to the sky. Draw a line all the way down. Hug the left knee in. Extra good squeeze to that left side, both feet flexed. Now you're squeezing on your spleen and your pancreas. Name a couple. And then we'll shoot the hips over to the left and gently drop that knee to the right. Cactus or T that left arm and look left. And fill up on your inhales. And exhale. Breath in. And breath out. One more time. Full breath in. And exhale. Slowly unravel. Point that left leg up high to the sky. Draw a line all the way down. If there are any other poses you would like to take before we come into final rest, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. I like to put a little blanket. I know it's a little hot, but I like to have a folded blanket on my belly or the bolster or even a block, just a little bit of weight that reminds me that I'm tethered. Because one of the requests of Shavasana is that you let go of your awareness of your body and your mind. super hard to do. So if you anchor yourself, that helps at least let go of having to think about the body a little bit. And then just blank that little screen between the ears. Erase the chalkboard, fade to black, and then maybe just watch that fire in your heart as long as you can. Into our bodies. Take your time, little wiggles in the fingers and toes. As you're ready, you can make yourself back into that nice long stretch. Get that extra ½ inch back. And hug your knees into your chest. Well-deserved hug. You worked hard today, building your fire. And then roll to the side, pause in fetal position, connect to your intention, leave what you don't want to bring back up with you on the mat, and then rise with all the good stuff you do want to bring. Palms together at your heart place, eyes closed just a little bit longer. And we'll close our time together with Om Shanti 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 He. It means peace, peace, peace. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Inhale to sing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The light in my heart honors and recognizes the light in your hearts. I bow to you all. Namaste.
Namaste.
Jai. Thank you. Have an awesome evening. It's light, late. We have lots of time. It feels like more time, even though it's just more light time. Come to our 300-hour kickoff in Mexico with us. And if you don't want to do the whole training, you can just do the Mexico part. It's 1 week. You leave 1st of September, come back September 8th. It's amazing. Or go to Greece with us in October. That's a week too.
Wait, did you just say Greece in October?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was wondering if you were still going to be Greece.
Yep, Greece in October. It's stairs going to Mexico. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm excited to go there.
This is it. This is it, yeah.
Did I see that you guys are doing one more again this year?
No, you did not see that. I'm sorry. It's tough. I know.